nervous. During this time, the wife had found some audiobooks on Craigslist, and she purchased these audiobooks, and we started listening to them, mostly her. And she found this Robert Kiyosaki or something like that. Y'all have probably heard of him, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he did a book series, and we listened to it. And it talked about going into debt up to your eyeballs, and how he lived in his parents' basement, and eventually they made money, and of course now he's well off. But that just didn't work for me. I couldn't see myself, and to this day it's even worse, but even at the time, there's no way that I could live in my parents' basement and not worry about whether or not I could pay the electric bill. My brain isn't triggered like that. If I know I have an electric bill next month and I need to have the money to pay for it. So that guy didn't really resonate with us too much. We found another book. I can't remember this guy's name, but he talked about going in debt, and he talked about, for example, like TV commercials. A bank tells you that they want to be your friend and they're going to give you a loan, and come on in, we work with anybody. But we see so many of these types of commercials and hear so many of them on the radio and whatnot that our brain doesn't process the fact that they're not giving us a loan. They're selling us the use of their money. So for a fee, we can use their money to purchase something else. And the reality of that is it's all an illusion. Because when you use the bank's money, you're not even using their money. You're using your neighbor's money. They put the money in their savings, and then the bank loans it out, and you use it to buy a car. But if you don't make that payment for 3 months, they come and take the car, and you still owe the money. The only real transaction taking place is you're paying to use the bank's money. You don't own the property. Anyways, he explains a lot of concepts like this, and these start making sense to me. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good. Then he also explains about how you can pay off your house real fast by overpaying the mortgage. Like, okay, that makes sense. I like all that. Something's still missing for me. I wanted more information, more. And this stuff was coming at the right time. The people were losing their houses, their jobs, they were unemployed. You had protesters everywhere condemning big business. It was there was a lot of effects in the works there. So we searched around some more, and we found another book on tape on these CDs by this guy called Dave Ramsey. And a lot of people have heard of Dave Ramsey now. This was less popular at the time. This was 10 years ago. Anyways, we listened to his information. And man, did that ever change our life. It changed our life so much. We're so appreciative of everything that his books and audio CDs and stuff taught us, that I only refer to him as Uncle Dave now. When you hear me talk about Uncle Dave, it's Dave Ramsey. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for him. He has baby steps if you're not familiar with him. And he's got a program Y'all can research it. It's very good. You can listen to his radio station, whatever. I'm not selling Dave Ramsey. I'm just explaining where we came from.